You guys, revenue-wise, are on track to continue doubling year over year, which is pretty impressive given the size you are. But my question is more about the demand you're seeing for the enterprise, from the enterprise, which impressed the street in the past quarter, and just where you see opportunity in 2021. How much growth opportunity is there?
Yeah, so the important thing to understand is that there's a couple of sort of long-term secular trends that are coinciding and driving the development of the market overall. You know, one is, as everybody knows, is the movement towards cloud. So it's really a modernization play. You know, we're moving from on-premise data centers and we're taking workloads to the cloud because we get to take advantage of better economics, utility models, and we no longer have to manage capacity. We pay by the drink, all that sort of thing. The other aspect that's really important for our business is that we've had an extraordinary amount of pent-up demand in the sense that the on-premise data centers could only accommodate a very, very tiny fraction of what the real demand for data analytics really is. And, you know, once you get to the cloud, all of a sudden the lid is off and people can just pursue their backlogs and whatever they can imagine. You know, we're now in a situation where technology is ahead of what people are capable and imagining what they could actually do with it. So that's really a big part of what you see in Snowflake's growth profile. It's a completely variable paradigm.
Yeah. Well, talk to me also about the M&A environment and consolidation in enterprise and the cloud space. Heading into 2021. You got a close relationship with Salesforce. We saw them announce this huge deal that they intend to do with Slack just weeks ago. Do you think that either when you're looking at acquisitions that you might make, and I know you've made a number of small ones, that 2021 is going to be a good year to do those to fuel growth? Is it going to be a year where we're seeing more players feel like they have to do acquisitions, whether it's Snowflake or not?
Yeah, usually a big M&A is a function of people running out of market and running out of opportunity, and they're trying to invade adjacent territories to give themselves new runway. That is obviously not the case for Snowflake. We're in a tremendous marketplace, and we are, as you pointed out, we're buying talent and technology. We sometimes refer to it as stem cells. That we can use that we don't have ourselves, that we can build very specific technologies around that are very much built the Snowflake way. We can really enable our platform mission further. So that's really been our mode. If you looked at our history, you know, we don't have a history of doing big acquisitions.
And let's talk also about operations. It doesn't look like you're in San Mateo right now. I mean, I used to live in the Bay Area, not a lot of snow there. So tell me what you expect to happen with locations and with the operation of the workforce. You've managed to keep up this growth in a year where we had a pandemic. The selling motion certainly must have been different versus meeting customers face to face. As we hopefully get closer to what's more like normal, as populations get vaccinated, are you going to really shift what's been working? Are you going to go back to previous motions that you have? Is there a plan for that?
You know, this is a very interesting topic. We don't have a yearning to go back to where we were. I can see why people would have that because of lockdowns and things to that sort. But from a business standpoint, there's a lot of positives to the shock to the system that we received. It's almost like a wake-up call that is just opening our eyes to the opportunity. This whole notion that the office is your workday home, which is realized that it's nonsense. In other words, you know, offices they need to be there for specific purposes, for events, for training, you know, for meetings specifically, but not a place to hang out 9 to 5. That's definitely changing, and it's going to really reduce the real estate footprint that companies have. But the other trend, and you've seen it with companies leaving California, the likes of Oracle and HP and Tesla and so on, is that the whole notion of a headquarters is pretty much evaporating in front of our eyes, right? We're no longer operating, you know, with a physical center of the universe. We're completely virtual. We're connecting, you know, as needed. We've been operating for the better part of a whole year, you know, without a headquarters. and it's just fine. All of a sudden, everybody's staring at each other and saying, like, what is the headquarters anyways? And you've seen companies like Pinterest, writing off massive leases in San Francisco and saying, we're going to be headquarterless, right? Because it's just a concept whose time has gone away, and that's very profound.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.